Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Quizquiz, going for Quizquiz Pro Quo in the new Leviathan DLC. All we have to do is move our capital over to Anjou. I don't know, here-ish, maybe. Ish. Somewhere in modern-day France, and probably France once we come there. We're doing okay, pretty big. I ended last episode on a bit of a salty note because these peace deals have not been working out for me the way they should have been. I meant to have all these three provinces, but because Espemikia moved in there, we just couldn't take more tribal land. And then I thought I should have been able to take, forget what it was, maybe here? There was a bunch of tribal land over here that I thought I should have been able to take, and I just wasn't. And the whole idea with going to war was to quickly grab a bunch of tribal land before we reform. Because once we reform, all our tribal land gets settled. Means it becomes just provinces for us. And afterwards we can no longer acquire tribal land. Which is, well, not great. Because we're not going to be able to colonize just yet. And we'll have to rely on taking land from all these tribes who don't really seem to be willing to settle down and acquire more than one province, which makes it very annoying to conquer. It is true that apparently, assuming that's still the case, if I take land from one of these tribes, they have tribal land to move to. They just move there, and then I can attack them again at some point. But that is super aggressive expansion, super high on aggressive expansion, and just generally, oof. It's not great. Also, once we reform, we will no longer have our casus belli that we're using right now, tribal border feud. But we have to make claims instead, which I don't mind, except for these folks constantly moving around. And me only being able to fabricate claims of people next to me. So what will happen is that they just move away before I can have 20 spy network, and then, ugh. It's no fun. Now, they did fix, apparently there was a patch, 131.3 if I'm not mistaken. And they patched the thing that you can't vassalize people in peace deals unless you have subjugated casus belli. That said, if we look at a casus belli, say here, somebody that we have a casus belli against, you, I think, yeah, tribal border feud, it now explicitly says that we cannot enforce vassalage with this. Since that's the only casus belli we really get right now, we have no ability to get a second vassal for our missions before we reform. And we can't just pick up stuff like we did pick up Chiha before we boarded them. So, I also looked up what reforming the Federation does to our achievement. And I believe, I very strongly believe now that it will break the achievement if I reform the Federation. Because from what the wiki says, our name is going to change to the Quizquiz Federation, and we get the whole new traditions event. That says to me that we're no longer Quizquiz. And we have to be Quizquiz for Quizquiz Pro Quo. So as much as I would like to do this, for many reasons, one of which is that if we were to do that, we would eat all of our Federation members, well, the members straight up, and their tribal land. We'd get all of it. So all of this Wichita land would just be ours. And that would obviously be very nice. But it's not for us. I do want the achievement, and I don't want to break it. So we're not going to do that. I think that means that we're reforming very, very soon. And one reason to rush, what I didn't look up, is what theocracies do. Well, let me have a quick look if there's something I can briefly see while I'm talking to you. Blah blah, form of government, sure. Bonus clergy influence, clergy loyalty, and Brahmins influence, that doesn't really matter. We get the devotion mechanics instead of legitimacy or republican tradition. Which gives us more tax at high devotion, more church power, more prestige and papal influence. I assume I only get papal influence if I'm Catholic, though. Blah, 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 blah. List of all theocracies, reforms. No, we get very boring 5% tax on level 1 there. 20% fort maintenance reduction. I assume we can't pick papacy or the autonomous Swiss cantons or crusader states. So we really just get clerical state or monastic, or we don't even get monastic order. So all you would get is clerical state at first level, which is just 5% tax. That is terrible. Next level is something tolerance, manpower recovery, native uprising assimilation. Tier 3 has morale of armies, that's nice I suppose. Can't get Kingdom of God because we're not the Pope. Okay, these are very, very lame reforms. I mean, it's not like the reforms are like the absolute biggest thing. What I don't see is negative absolutism modifiers, so that's nice. In fact, there's a plus 20 max absolutism bonus for open public elections. Why does that give you max absolutism? Only if you're a monastic order, so we're not going to get that. But there's another one, Divine Guidance, that just gives you plus 20, okay. Free policy is nice. Not if you're pagan though, which I assume we are. And then finally we get governing capacity, Great Holy War CB. Not if you're pagan, not if you're pagan. Honestly, this seems boring as fudge. The whole devotion thing is boring. The government reforms are bad. Mostly or limited. Not available to us in many cases. Because we're pagan. Yeah, no. Not doing that. Okay. Back to the game. So why does that matter? Right now, because then the only real option we have is monarchy, because I don't want to do republic right now, because we're doing that in the general campaign. And monarchy costs 450 government reform progress, so we can't store anything up unless we grab way more. That means any government reform progress we're getting right now is kind of wasted. In fact, it probably means that before we reform, we need to press this expand administration button to get us to exactly 250, if possible. Yeah, okay, so it's not quite utterly wasted. Because I'm thinking that we might do one more war. Just one more. Just one more. There is these folks. They don't look like they should have a Callus Belli on them, but they have tribal land next to me. Here in Tamaroa and, well, Cahokia. But apparently you can only take Tamaroa and the peace seal. Or so it says on the tooltip, which might be lying. But we've seen that before, that on the primary participant we could only take the one province, while on others we could take more. The reason I'm interested in Tamaroa is that it's a center of trade. And I want it. I think it's the only other center of trade in our trade node, yeah. And we own both centers of trade in Mississippi River. That should be good in the future. Also, it gives us a border to a bunch of people that we can then fabricate claims on later. We're probably not going to be able to take anything else, although we're going to be fighting people that are bordering our tribal land. We're going to be fighting Peoria and Wichiana and Miami. But I don't think I can take actual land next to my tribal land. That doesn't... I don't think that's how that works. Technically, possibly, these could be moved. Yeah. Seems extremely unlikely, but maybe. Could I declare on you? I don't even have a Callus Belli. We'll see. I mean, who am I to predict these weird peace deals? Now, in order to be able to do that, we need an army up there. And we have no men. But hey, what are men? Oh. Whenever I see this worrisome pop up, I think coalition. I mean, I know I keep saying coalition when I mean federation. But Kashida left our federation? Hi. Oh. AE? I wish there was a warning like the leaving or ending an alliance warning. But that might mean I can just punch him. I want no diplomatic, choose map mode. They are like only to the Cherokee right now, and they have not joined another federation just yet. Sure, my troops are not in position, but if I declare now, we're gonna fight them in the Cherokee. I wanted to fight the Cherokee anyway for, well, Kumbaya here. Kumbaya. Or maybe these two tribal land provinces, we can get those. That would be even more worthwhile, because even though this says 56, it's not going to be 56 development. And these two are going to be 12 development, we just get essentially for free once we reform. I'm going to declare right now. Because I assume if they're leaving my federation, they're going to join somebody else next month or something. I don't think I can co-belligerent the Cherokee, can I? Bring in Tuscarora, which is not the problem, but it would also bring in the whole federation, which I don't want to do. Yes, just declare. Tribal border feud. Go. No enforced vassalage. What a shame. And that is now not a smart move. You're not black flagged, are you? No. Gulp. Didn't realize Kushida was there from just helping us in the war before. Let's try and get out of there. Why do you not move? Oh, because you don't have military access there, because you're not black flagged. I see. Hey, Patawamak. Do you give me military access? Now? Thank you. For I must away. Oh, they don't. They don't want to tussle. Sensible. Ah, we got black flagged. Excellent. Don't know why, but it is excellent. And then we didn't need that military access, but it doesn't hurt us here. Does it? No, it does. Right. Too many diplomatic relations. Oh, and you didn't get black flagged. I thought you were, but it must have been my subject there. So, plan is always clear out as many of these as we can. Oh, right, and we brought in our friends, right? Because they always come in. That is excellent. Did I rival anybody? I didn't rival anybody. I meant to, but I got too excited by the possibility of just eating these folks here. Make a state. I mean, I will. Sure. This should be a stack wipe. No, it's not. Surprisingly, either we rolled really badly or these folks have better technology than I thought that if they do not. So we must have been quite unlucky there. Now where are you going? You're going to Kosa. I want to get you in there without dying. Maybe like this. Also, I want to end my military access here. Oh, you're actually attacking me. That's not a good sign. You have the technology? Oh, you do? I may have been a bit greedy there. Let's run. That would be bad. I need our friends to unblack flag and join me before we can fight this. Otherwise, we are in a spot of trouble here. I don't know where you're running. This is still super confusing to me why these people run where they run. You're going to Etowah, which might cost me. You're going to... Otali for now. It's probably fine. Do I want to... I guess I'm going to walk to Kosa here. And maybe make my stand there. We have friends coming in. We don't have negative technology or anything. We already have some friends here. Yeah, they don't want any of that. So that's good. Now, ideally, I would be sieging out the Comanche first. Yeah, let's not take this battle, though. We have a bonus in woods, but obviously they get the defensive bonus in woods too. Which evens out. And that's not necessarily as good as it might be. Now, since we lack tons of manpower, I'm gonna leave only my cannon here. Actually, I shouldn't be doing it with my general. My friends should be giving the land to me. I don't know. There's nobody in my federation that wants this land, I assume. Travel land of me. So by my friends, these dark green people. Surely none of you have claims on the Comanche land. Or interest in the Comanche land. So yeah, what I'm going to do is leave the cannon like this. Don't attach to me, do attach to the cannon. You can sit in Kute. They should be walking back and having my siege here, and they are. Good. This way I have my general available for combat, if I do want it. And since he doesn't have any siege pips, there's no point in not... Oh, and having him on the siege. My cannon technically is a bad choice. No, I don't want that war leader. Go away. Technically my cannon is a bad choice right now on the siege. Because it's not fully staffed. It doesn't get to have... doesn't give me any... Oh, it does? Maybe there's a bit of leeway there? Or did somebody else bring a cannon? No. Huh. I'm getting the artillery bonus, even though this cannon is not fully reinforced, which surprises me. But then never mind what I said. I take it back and claim the opposite. How dare you have technology, Casita? That wasn't the plan. Not the plan at all. Yeah, feel free to do a little dance with these folks. As long as they're not sieging down any of my stuff, I don't mind. And yeah, look at that siege go. Oh, we suddenly lost a progress point there? I don't know why. Maybe a French general died who had a siege pip. That might be the case. Another reason to reform... Oh, you're going to Guale? Hello. Another reason to reform sooner rather than later is that my admin is about to cap again. And sure, I could spend it on more tribal land, but I could also reform and spend it on... These battles are so bad for me these days. Did they just all grab a bunch of technology? Who did I just fight? The Cherokee. No, I checked your technology. You were giving me a hard time before and you have no technology. I checked the wrong people, but still. With my tech difference here, tech 7 to their tech 3, I should have been stack wiping these. I don't know why I'm not. I mean, they have a good general, maybe that's why. That plus maybe luck. Things go in any way in our... Well, good for us here. We should be able to siege this down before they do anything to the Kaskian capital. And then we might be able to just end the war without having to fight that 16 stack of tech 6 people. There goes Combahi. I want your tribal land in Italy and Kitawa, please. Thank you. And see, we could spend a bunch of dip and get a ton of aggressive expansion. 40 for taking Comanche land, but we wouldn't actually get all the development. This is much better. Money, no money. I'll take the money. Think, how's my inflation looking? Getting near to a breaking point? Yeah. Let's take the money. 0.35 is actually a lot. That's a ton of inflation for that money. And we don't even get it. Nah, no. Let's not do it. Let's just do this. I'm gonna grab war reps. It'll be fine. Or I can pillage their capital. Haven't been able to do that in a long time. I want to pillage your capital for sure. For 1% war score cost, we only get 1 development, but at least that's something. China development from the state of Georgia for our own needs. This is me, right? For Chia? No, for me. Give it to me. And I'm not gonna go for a trade war or anything. Shorter peace deal seems fine. Meeting for themselves? Meeting for themselves. Get out. And now we have traveled border feud against our great friends in Joara. Let's bring the cannon to the siege if necessary. We don't take it at 49%, yeah. Didn't. More travel border feuds. Oh, did I move my... No, there you are. I already see it coming that we are... After this war I'm gonna be... but there's just that one more piece of land next door that I want before a reform. It does seem like somewhat likely. It does seem somewhat likely to happen, let's say. There's Casita. 99% war score. Surely you're willing to give up. You are. People will be peeved. So what? Now, interestingly enough, you're not one of those people who have tons of development. Maybe you were just stuck here and couldn't move. And that's why you have all the tech, because you spent... I don't know what else you would spend mill on. Yeah, I don't know what all these folks are spending their mill on rather than tech. But hey, this seems fine. Do this. I assume money's a joke, so no. Casita cost me a bit of dip to take it because it's not really part of this travel border feud thing. Why then I could declare, I don't know, because there's no tribal land to take. It's a whole mess. Let's just do it. Get them out of here. Fully annex them. We wouldn't be able to... Oh no, can't demand this, but it's in the list. See, that's what I like. If I'm not allowed to do it, put it in the list, but grey it out. That's great. Yep, give it. Now... Still no manpower, still have kind of the need to reform. Ooh, we're gonna have a bit of an issue here. Didn't consider that, did I now? Any place I can meet them? How are they gonna move? If they're gonna go from there to Casita. If I'm fast enough and can meet them in the woods at Chickashaw, that would be nice, but I doubt I can. Maybe I can. I'm actually quite close. I don't know what tech these now have. If they keep the tech of the people that they came from or something. The reason I'm moving to these woods is that... well, they give me a defensive bonus, and we get the bonus for being in our capital terrain. So we should get a +2 here. That should help us against those extra odds. Bad general, good for us there. I also thought that we should probably be buying more advisors. I would just promote you, but I can't because you're the wrong something culture. I don't want to move out of morale just now. Could move you to Mintahoy here. And the reason I want to do it is because advisors are super cheap for us. And we should really be making use of that while we still have our tribal buildings. Diplo rep. It's better, and I should be able to promote you. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Diplo rep, but spy network construction will only start helping us when we have reformed, and then we won't be able to afford a high-level advisor anymore. So I think I'm going to take Jule Tole Mata here. And then put some cash into them. It's so dirt cheap. I'm probably not going to promote the stab cost advisor here because we're already so close to cap on admin. Seems like a dumb idea. No. We have good things we can do with admin. Don't like that we have to take this battle, but as always I forgot that my enemies' armies turn into separatists. Wait, we have a negative? No, we have plus, okay. Keep forgetting that this is wrong too. So they get -2, we get +1. Oh, they have a river crossing too, okay. So we have a 3 difference, we have a morale difference, same tactics though. Should be winning this, but it's not without its cost. Yeah, 2,000 more, 2,500. Good Quizquizians died that day. Does that mean I stop warring now and just reform? Then I just wasted some money on those advisors, for sure. No, I have my whole federation at my back. I just can sit back a bit, right, and have them do stuff. Because I do still want to take that. Oh, you moved in there, Chiska. But I said I probably can't take... Am I looking at the wrong stuff? Maybe we're looking at the wrong stuff. This, Tamaroa is what I'm looking at. That's what I want. And technically Cahokia. Oh, you found another friend. No, you didn't. No. Same group of people. I think we do that one too. And at least... Did they just... Oh, you moved into my stuff. That might be good for me. Probably means I can take their stuff. Their land. Oh, we might be able to use this to our advantage. Right? Because I'm gonna do forced migration here. And I don't know what forced migration is going to allow me or not allow me to do. It doesn't say anything is disabled, but it also says it only allows planetary recuperation. I never get these tooltips. But... That makes Cahokia a secondary participant in the war. Ah, but we're using a different casus belli, so I might not be able to take tribal land. Google. Forced migration. I know the wiki will tell me about it. Can't. Seed province. But can seed provinces from secondary participants in primary peace deal? And can't return core, demand vassalization, transfer vessels, or forced tributary status, but none of those affect separate peace deals. It says. It doesn't say anything about tribal land. But it's probably not been updated for that. But it looks like secondary participants are fine to do stuff with in a forced migration war. And that screams to me, let's do it. Obviously, it might be wrong. I mean, the wiki is not fully updated for... Push back the colonizers against Kaski? Wait, what? Kaski. Who is it? It's you? It's my neighbor? Where did I get the push back the colonizers? Did you reform? You reformed? That might be very good for me. Right? I don't get to do trading with foreigners. Why? Neighboring country to reform of. Maybe they need their... I mean, I don't know how this is coded. Maybe there must not be a New World nation. But maybe they just need to have institutions. What about... Don't care about this. Try about the Europeans. We need to have feudalism, we need to be not native. Okay, just... that doesn't matter. I thought there was one here that required my neighbors to be reformed, but maybe that's just wrong. Is it you? Ah, yeah. Neighboring country has feudalism. Oh, but I need to not be native anymore. Okay. So maybe this doesn't do much for us. But this means that you are developing institution now, right? Well, no, because you have no reason to, but you could click your way into it. Okay, this is probably not going to do anything for me. It might mean that you left the Federation. And it did. Not that you were much power. I think you even lost troops here. It's fine. Let's just do this. And see, hopefully that this works out. Declare war, force migration. You're going to be automatically co-belligerent, although that didn't really happen last time. I don't know that co-belligerent with Siena is... No, it would call in more people, and I don't think it does anything for me. I just really hope that this peace deal allows me to take Tamarone land. I'm not going to promise you. What? Why are you not coming anyway? Because you have no manpower. It's a reason. It's not a good reason. I keep declaring wars. Force migration. There. And then I'm going to attack here, and I'm going to consolidate, and I'm going to put a cut into this video. Oh, they just bought somebody's condottieri, I think. Yeah, my battles are not going as crazy as they used to be. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, to do hit that like button if you're not, if you like what you see, right? And subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you have anything to say, then that comment section might be the tool you need. Thank you for watching, and see you folks next time.